Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basics. You're gonna do since I with the text, baby. Man, I done us back. You know this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Brother, where preacher, preach on. In today's topic to talk about it is the only place you ever go get it, only place you ever go get it, ever go get it, ever go get it, ever go get it is right in the basic. Chuck gonna do since I with the text, baby. Man, I done us back. You doing this, do this, do this. Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Brother, word preacher, preach on. And today's topic to talk about is I really want to speak about this. If your descendants, people, if you're descendants of, how can I say about, let's say this sheep. Why I'm holding this sheep? I'm holding this sheep because there's a real reason why there's so much attention between blacks and whites. There's a real reason for that. White people, if you're German, if you're Irish, and if you're Sweden and different texture, different color texture of the hair, blonde, brunette, and ginger, you're descendants of the Moors. Excuse me. I always mess that up. What I meant to say, what I mean is not the Moors, even though y'all the Moors blood. What I meant to say, y'all descendants of the Knight Templars, also known as the Knight Templars, are being reincarnated. Who the people they reincarnated through? I'll show you who the people they reincarnated from. I'm definitely gonna show you. The Ku Klux Klan. Why I say that? And who's the Ku Klux Klan is referred to? Who's the people that's reincarnated from? Also, as is. I'm gonna show you right here. Let's find it. Let's really find it. It's in here somewhere. The original Knight Templars. The Ku Klux Klan are the original Knight Templars. They're the reincarnated of those people right there. Then you wonder why there's tension between black and white. There's a real reason for that. And the reason why they created a banking system. Knight Templars was the original funded of banking over there in Switzerland, and also the they the co-founder of Freemasonry in Scotland. They create the hospitals. They create the hospitals. They created the banking. Not only they created the banking system, the hospital. They created the money system. They profit wars. They doing all kind of stuff, and they've been known as seen as devil worship. They got arrested for treason and false retardement of worship of false idol. They did not believe in Jesus Christ. They was in broken mid of pullings. They were poor by soldier by day, robbers by night. They were robbing everything, and I really do believe they went to those African countries and stole the money. I really do, from men to Muna, and they had to. These people are descendants of the bloodline of those people. White people, if you listen to this from people from Europe and all the rest of the world, y'all descendants from those people right there. The Red Cross. The Red Cross. These are the same Red Cross people, the ones stealing money for Hurricane Katrina. I really do believe that. What the things going on in Europe. I really do believe that these are the same people in the hospitals who create the whole thing about eugenics, how somehow white people are afraid they're going to get died out because they don't want to be found out who the race they came interbreeding out of, who the race they always concerned about. It ain't Latinos, it ain't Asians, it ain't Middle East, it ain't none of these people. The people they concerned about is blacks. Why blacks? Because these people actually were blacks. This is why. If you look at the definition of the word black, black is the opposite of white. White is the opposite of black. White is colorless. Black means pale. And black means bleach. White means pale. It's opposite of the same word. White and black is opposite of each other. Slaving blacks, slaving whites. Blacks were slaving whites, whites slaving blacks. It should have been stopped a long time ago. And also that you got the people from the San Bushman people, they're descendants of the Homo sapiens. Who are descendants of the Neanderthals? So-called Europeans. But they went in extinction and they died out. So there's a real reason. And then you got the other ones, I forgot what the Asians are, even though they're descendants of the Mongols. Um, Vince, Homo erectus, something like that. I couldn't remember what they were. But you can go look it up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Even though from Asia. And then Africa and then Europe. There's a real reason why there's so much tension between black and white. So white people, if you're German, if German American, and if you're Swedish American, if y'all the Irish American, you're descendants from those people right there. So congratulations, but there's no congratulations because the Knight Templars did some evil stuff. But they come back again, even though people thought they died out, thanks to King Philip and Pope Honorius the Fifth. So they took the Knight Templars out of there in the year 1307. That's why you think they talking about Black Friday, because that's when the day that the Knight Templars got arrested, October the 12th or something, October the 14th. It was some the date, and they got arrested, and they've been executed by burn and strike of mistakes, burn the strike of they burned by the middle of the strike of their crimes. They supposed to look out for the pilgrims. They supposed to help them from to protect the Holy Land. And don't think that the Knight Templars ain't learning from the Moors. They have. Moors learning from the Knight Templars. This is why there's so much tension. They riding horses. The Knight Templars riding horses. The Moors ride camels. See, there's a real reason for this, why this stuff is going on. There's a real reason for why these things are happening, even though the Mongols riding horses as well. But also, the Knight Templars riding horses too, and so is and not just. I mean, the Knight Templars and the Mongols both riding horses. The Moors riding camels. There's a real reason why there's so much racism that's taking place between blacks and whites, how they slaved the Scottish people. This is why Scottish being attacked by the Moors. I really do believe this. The first slaves was whites. It wasn't blacks. It was whites. The word slave is come from Slav. Basically means to strip or stain an enemy. That's what it means. To force slavery, to bondage labor, forced labor, and forced bond labor, forced labor, forced marriage. It got a lot to do with that. They did the children, they did the women, they did the everybody. They even did the men, young and old. So white people, y'all descendants from those people. Y'all are. And their presence is still around to this day. They never left. They still out here. Even though they died out. They not died out yet. They still out there. Okay. What I have to go. Okay. Black people. If you're Ethiopian and you're Nigerian and Barbarian people, y'all descendants of the Moors. Why I say that? Because the Moors were the people who was run in Europe for 700 years to 1492 that's when the same day when Chris Columbus claimed he discovered America. But Chris Columbus ain't never stepped foot in America. Only thing the place he went from Spain to not only to Spain, to Caribbean. That's the only place he went. So he did not step 1 foot in Africa. I mean, he did not step 1 foot in Europe. I mean, he did not step 1 foot in America. That's what, my bad. He did not step 1 foot in America. Look, there's a real reason why this stuff is going on, man. There's a real reason for this. And look what it put, Ethiopian. Ethiopian is what? It's the people that some say Ethiopia was the first Jews. They're the original Jews. And then when you look at the sheep is what? What the flag they carry? Switzerland. Why Switzerland? Because that's when the fund of the whole of the Knight Templar, so they created a banking system up there. Moors, they create the public library, they create the calendar, and they create the whole checkerboard. You know, and they create the star system. There's a real reason why this stuff is taking place and why things are going on. There's a real reason for this stuff, people. There's a main reason for that. Why are these things taking place? And it's taking place now. And it's taking place. The blacks represent, our people represent the symbol of the lion. The white represent whites represent of the symbol of the sheep. You find them in Europe. You don't find them in Africa. You don't find them everywhere else. You find them in Europe. Where do you find? That's the only way you find sheep in Europe. Where you find the lion from? Africa. This is why there's so much tension between black and white. And who are the people reincarnation of the Moors? Who the reincarnation? I'm gonna show you. You wouldn't believe this. You would not believe this if I tell you to. And I don't care if you don't believe this or not. The Black Panthers are the reincarnation of the Moors, and so is the Nation of Islam. But Nation of Islam really, because I really do think. See, this is why there's tensions between white and black. They're always talking about there's racism against blacks. Who's racism against blacks? Whites and everything else. Who are racism against whites? Blacks and everybody else. There's a real reason why this stuff is going on. And it's sad that people don't ask questions. Who are these people and where they come from and how they got here? See, this explains it a lot why there's so much tension between black and white. And they out there. Oh yeah, don't think the Nation of Islam and the rest of them are the reincarnation of the Moors. And don't think the Ku Klux Klan are not reincarnation as the damn Knight Templar, because this explains why their logo they put up there, and this explains it. And you know what's so sad? That black people, y'all got the Knight Templar's blood in y'all. Yeah, y'all got it. And that's what your white brothers and sisters ain't gonna never tell you. See, this is why they always prefer Black Panther, Black Klan. But there are also White Panthers. So you keep on being towards whites all you want to, but you're going to end up racist like they are, because we already been racist towards them. And they've been racist towards us for years. You watch in the next couple of years, it's going to be White Panthers. You watch what I tell you. They already have White Panthers in the 1960s and 70s. How come that's not been talking about? Who brought them in? The so-called Black Panthers, and the Nation of Islam and the rest of it. Nation of Islam would team up the people of American Nazi Party. And then one of the members said that Elijah Muhammad is somehow, he's the next coming of Hitler. So you know Hitler has some black blood in him somewhere, and so is Jerry goddamn Hoover. There's a real reason why the cops wear black, the goddamn Supreme Court wearing black. But these people will tell you that black don't mean anything. These people come from us. These whites and everybody else, they come from us. And don't believe there ain't, because there is. Even though they come different features, that don't mean nothing. There's a real reason why this stuff is going on. And they even said that the people from the Caucasians, Caucasoid, or whatever, as a tribe from Europe, they're descendants of Neanderthals. This explains a lot why these things are going on right now. And we better stop it before it's too late. Whites and blacks have to do it together. Whites can't do it without blacks, and blacks can't do it without whites. I don't know why whites and blacks think they can do it without each other. No, you can't. Once you're in the part of a marriage, y'all part of commit with each other, and y'all go through thick and thin. Don't get me wrong. I hate racism. I don't like it. But it's the scientific racism is the problem. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, scientific racism. I'm going to show you. I have a problem with that. It's sad that there's a real reason why there's so much racism against whites and blacks. Why do you think? Why do you think from all these problems? But I'm trying to find it. But people, hold on, people. I'm trying to find it. Don't worry. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this, people. Yeah, the Moors. This is Moor symbol. And they already showed the Knight Templars logo with the man. I mean, this is a Moor symbol. And the other one I showed a while ago, and that's the Knight Templars logo. Look how white represent. Angel food cake. What they fur? White. Look how black represent. Devils. Devil's food cake. So let me get this straight. If the chocolate is more dominant than the white chocolate, that becomes a problem, right? Right? See, these are the same white supremacist groups talking about they hate black people, but I know damn well they eat some goddamn chocolate. I don't tell me about this shit. I mean, it's bullshit. That's like me saying I hate white, but yet why I'm drinking this goddamn chocolate. I'm drinking this goddamn milk. Why I'm drinking this milk carton? And I know white people is just like milk. Black people are just like chocolate. They do go together if you think about it. Why you think they create the Oreos? Two black on both sides, white on the middle. No wonder why they call Kevin Gooding Jr. or Oreo. Basically means he black in inside, but he white on the outside. I mean, come on, man. If y'all can't stupid to see this shit, I don't know what to tell you. And this is Homo sapiens. But you know who fit that color right there? You know who fit that? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what exactly I'm talking about. Danny Glover is close to Homo sapien. Danny Glover. Hold on, I'm trying to find it, but this guy, he close as Homo sapien. This guy, he is close as Homo sapien. This guy. And I'm going to show you this so-called Neanderthal. Who's close to Neanderthal? These are Neanderthal. Who close to Neanderthal? Now that's a Moor. Yeah. And the Knight Templars and on the birth of humanity of Africa. The sun and the moon represent of the Moors. The sun represent of the Knight Templars. This explains a lot. Kurt Cobain is fitting that scripture of the what's their name? Damn, Neanderthals, man. Yeah, white people are Neanderthals, man. And this is why there's so much tension between black and white. I never understand why, because Jew was started in Europe, and Islam started in Africa. This is why there's so much problems. This is why between the Arab and the Israelis, they both are the tribe of Shem and Ham, but yet they both like brothers. And some of them even mix with the Javet. Who are the Javet? Javet is Europeans. Javet is Europeans. They have 7 dynasties, 7 empires. White people got 7 empires: Russian Empire, German Empire, French Empire, Spanish Empire, and guess what? Swedish Empire, Swedish Empire, and British Empire. That's 7. There's 7 empires. Even though there's 7 empires. There's 7 empires and 7 sons. This is why a lot of this stuff is taking place. And have 14 nations. Because remember, that's 14 nations, 9 languages, and 16 locations. This is why 4 corners. This is why black men are the only race of men always in the corners all the time. I never understand why. I never understand. They always say black step back. They put you right near towards that corner. Once you put that towards that corner, you got to get out of that corner. This is why they create the name the Panther. What they do to the Panther, they put him right near to that corner until he got to get out of that damn corner. Because they're going to black yourself out. When we say African Americans, what we're saying is we're blocked out Americans. Everybody block us out. Yes, black people always last. I heard of one of the kids saying that they mentioned Latinos, gays, and lesbians, and white women, and all that other stuff. There's a real reason. Because blacks, again, my people do not control a banking system. Whites do. They always have. That's why they always say we're the biggest sponsors. That's why they always say that, man, we got to do something about these. I know what they meant. All you got to do is study white people's history. What are they fighting for? What do they believe? They're like, man, if we don't do something about this, we are finished. They are afraid of that. That this banking system they created is going to be breaking out cash system. How you beat them? In their pockets. That's the only way you can beat them. Not with their fists, not with no gun, none of that. Stop buying from these people. Buy them out. And take over that place, man, because until they start doing right for your ass. White people know this shit. They're not dumb. That white people know who black people is. They're not stupid. They know what it is. It's fucked up if we slave whites, if it's true or not. But the last time I checked, I see a bunch of black men hanging on goddamn trees. Why? Because they think that black men can't control his sperm. That's what they think. You're not being seen as a husband, and you damn sure not being seen as a good father and run the household. They put the black woman and run the goddamn household. And guess what it came up? The damn Frenchman named Charles Forward came up the term lesbian. Oh yeah, they lying to black women. And not only that, they lying to white women as well. So women doing all this marching, all this fighting for nothing. Even if they put Hillary on office, I got tired of people lying to me. I got tired of white women lie and the shit they do. These white bitches, you mean to tell me y'all don't know about this stuff? And I bet you these black women don't know nothing about this. They don't ask questions. Black men been lied to. You got white men been lied to. To this day, they still play it off. Come on, man. Some say the real Jews is Ethiopians. The fake Jews is the Khazars. Khazars. Yeah, ain't that ring a bell, don't it? And fuck David Duke, because he knows the truth. That racist punk ass bitch, and don't think he ain't working with the same people. Look at this, black and white. But notice how it's been switched. It went from black and white to white and black. You see how it switched? Black people became white and white people became black, and white people became white people became black and black became white. See, they wanted the same. They wanted the same. There ain't no difference from that. They want of the motherfucking same. The one is of the bloodline of the Ninth Templars, also known the reincarnation of the goddamn Ku Klux. I mean, the Ninth Templar, the Ku Klux Klan, also known the reincarnation of the Ninth Templars, and the people of the so-called Nation of Islam, the reincarnation of the fucking Moors. This is why there's so much tension, and white folks and black folks allow this shit to happen. They don't ask who are these people and why they coming out here all of a sudden. Why you think the Nation of Islam and the Black Panthers and all the rest of them are coming out here? Yeah, they working with the same people that the ones they got a problem with. And don't think that the Ku Klux Klan are not working with the people of the goddamn people of the so-called Black Panthers. And man, I tell you, this explains it. For all you black people, if you really believe that white people are devils, then why is it we buy something from them? Why is it that we having sex with these white people? Hell, we think like them. If you put a white man and a black man, what they got a lot in common? White men always talking about he ate two things. He ate niggas and Jews. You put a black man, what two things that black men hate? I tell you, a black man hate peckerwoods and also hate the motherfucking police. Why? Because police was not none the favor protect of the black community. They fighting against towards them. The police represent the fight towards the side against whites. This fight with whites. There's a real reason why this shit is going on. And if a white man talking about we need to do something about these niggers out here, they got the same mindset. If a black man said we need to do something about these peckerwood, these pecking Caucasian devils, that's the same mindset, the same shit. There's no difference. What's the difference between killing Whitey and kill Blackie? It's the same fucking thing. You got these white folks and black folks are too fucking stupid to look at the shit for what it is. Oh yeah, a black men, are y'all really that fucking dumb? I guess y'all are. And white men, are y'all really that stupid? Y'all just alike. When I was watching the video, I'm gonna calm down because everybody's sleeping. But when I was watching the video, Charles Manson wasn't lying when he said this. He said this. He said that not that they hate you first. You the first line of hate. I hate all white people. And white people they hate black people because they run. And black people just like them. Because you made them be run just like you. They look like you. They dress like you. They wanted to be you so much. They love your woman just as much as you do. They put on your shoes. They put on your clothes. They know your fears. They know what you're going to do and what you ain't going to do. How you going to take them out of the jungle and make them a man? Instead of take them out of the jungle, why should have left them in the jungle? Because back in the jungle, they were gods. White people had their own gods. Black people had their own gods. This explains why there's so much racism. This explains why. And I'm done with this lecture because Ku Klux Klan are nothing but the reincarnation of the damn Knight Templars, the Nation of Islam, the reincarnation of the Moors. You have it there. And the only way to solve this racism until whites and blacks got to do it together to fight towards against racism towards white, to fight racism towards against black. There's no difference. If I ever hear one more white person talking about killing Blackie, no, kill yourself, motherfucker. If I hear one more black person say kill Whitey, kill yourself, it's the same damn shit. It's sad that I know there's some white people out there got some blacks in their family. I know they do. You can't tell me. I know there's some blacks out there that got some whites in their family. It's funny that when Obama got in office that, have you noticed they left his white Caucasian mother out? See, that type of stuff I don't like right there. That's still his mom. You see what the fuck I'm talking about? It's sad, man. And I'm going to tell you what's really sad. If we don't stop this problem now, it's going to keep repeating itself. If that's what you want, people, yeah, they one and the same, man. There is no difference. Danny Glover is close to the Homo sapien, and so is Ozzy Osbourne, the close to the Neanderthals. Black people got the Night Templars blood in them, and also got the Ku Klux Klan blood in them. And white folk got the goddamn black in them, but they also, got the Moors in them, but they also got the damn Nation of Islam in them. See, this explains a lot why this shit is taking place, why the things are going on. And they judge based on people's skulls. Look at European skull and look at the Asian skull and look at the African. They are trying to say that the European skull is more intelligent, more intelligent than any other race of men. This is why European men always believe they are more intelligent than any other race. This is what the IQ test score, how to think and what to think about your brain and how your brain would use or no use. That's what it's about, that IQ test score. The whole thing. Why you think black people fighting for? Black people fighting about because white people got no melanin in them, but black people got melanin in them. White people got different graphic in them, and black people don't have no graphic in them. The people that came out of the cold and people that came out of the heat. People, when we gonna look at this shit for what it is? Yeah, people. Yeah. The Ku Klux Klan are the reincarnation of the Night Templars, and it shows right there they being slaughtered. White people being slaughtered like goddamn sheep. And then you got black people. If white people been slaughtered by sheep, black people been ripped apart, ripped by a lion. Just like Hercules ripped the hell out of a lion, and they rip off blacks. They still do to this day rip off blacks. It's got to be a peace between black and white. If they don't do it together, it will never be truly peace between black and white. It's best to see a white man and black man shaking hands, thick and thin, with white blood to black blood. It's the same goddamn thing to save humanity. It would have been better if whites and blacks stopped fighting, because they wanted the same. Because if whites and blacks don't stop fighting, and especially white folk, y'all talking about y'all been discriminated. But ain't you know what it feels like when black being discriminated? It's the same thing. Just like black people got to start thinking about that now. They feel like they never become racist. What if black people? What if that there's a possibility that black people can be racist? I'll tell you why. What if we had something to do with slaving Europeans? From white racism to racism against whites, and there's racism against us. From white racism against whites and black racism against us. What if got something to do with the Moors did something to the European from Scotland, and what the people did to the goddamn the so-called Nigerian people when they brought them over here and brought over all the way to Africa to America. That's hard to believe. There are blacks who've been out here before anything else. And I get tired of hearing some of my folks saying America, it wasn't meant. We built this damn country. We blood, sweat, and tears, and everybody else. I'm sick and tired of hearing, and I bet not ever want to hear black men or black women talking about America wasn't meant for us. It meant for everybody. Don't get me wrong. Whites did some things, but whites built this country also. They did it the wrong way, but guess what? It's not only black slaves, there's white slaves as well. We got to save humanity, people, because if nothing else, nothing places else. We got to do it. And the only way we're going to do it, if we got to do it to solve together. If they keep saying white lives and black lives, where are these same so-called people, these so-called black lives and white lives, where were they at? They nowhere to be found. The Nation of Islam, they nowhere to be found. These Ku Klux Klan, they nowhere to be found. They're a goddamn joke. And I'm going to say this to not only the blacks and whites, don't fall for this shit. Don't fall for it. And when you do, you deserve it. Because you've been warned and you didn't listen. If they can manipulate white folks, don't think they ain't trying to manipulate black people, because they've been doing us for years. And we still trying to listen. And you know what disrespectful the most? They got Mr. Farrakhan from all people. Put this man on national TV. Fuck Mr. Farrakhan. And fuck David Duke too. I will never forgive Mr. Farrakhan what he did to fucking Malcolm. That was wrong. You killed this man. He had 2 kids together. 2 kids. If you didn't have nothing to do with it, then why is it that Spike Lee put it in the damn movie? Why is it? Spike Lee ain't got no reason to lie. Same thing David Duke. He do a lot of bullshit. And don't think David Duke ain't doing no acts with the right along with the goddamn Ku Klux Klan, what they did to the Jews and the black community. They made me sick. And the sad part, they doing to their own people. And you got our own people doing it's sad that our own people doing to us, and they do it to everybody else. White people do it too. They do it to their own people and everything else. I don't have no respect for no man or woman to slave anybody, mother or child or man, whoever. You need to be put down or need to be put in jail, one of the two. People, we need to do something about it. Let's come together and let's have a better solution and be a greater solution to solve this problem. All right? Because if we don't, it's going to keep on repeating all these war bloodshed going on. For there be no more blood and no more blood to be shed and shed of blood. Enough place to be shed and eat blood anymore. That's what I say. But that's just my commentary. Just give me your comment, give me your video response, and tell me what you think of this video. And it's your boy Domination. This is Back of the Basics. Introduce this out of the text, baby. Until next time, all right? Peace. I'm out. All right, peace.